Hello and welcome back to part 97. Like usual, check the description for any timestamps you want to jump to. Otherwise, thanks for sticking around for the play-by-play. Today we are going to hopefully launch the Moat. Let's go ahead and get our people start chopping away at this dirt here. But we also have another plan today. I want to add an attic pretty much to our barn. So let's go ahead and get our roof taken off the barn here. Maybe adding another floor. And to add another floor here, we also need to take apart some of these pens. Let's go ahead and start that. We're going to be putting in stairs here near the entrance. In order to do that, we're going to have to move all this food a little bit out here, get rid of this so we can put in a ladder, or sorry, not a ladder, stairs for the next floor. Okay, let's take a look down here at this water. I want to keep the same pattern going. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, which means we're going to have to dig away these two. But first, dig away the ones furthest away. Also wanted to plant some more food. Now I realize right now it's winter. Not really going to be able to plant anything. Need to get this ready for the spring. We have a lot more people now. We need a lot more food for them. Got a cold snap. Alright, good job, Raymond. Let's get you to dig a little bit more while you're here. Okay, Raymond, let's get you up top here. Let's get you to mine this away, and let's just double check. Do we need to mine anything out from underneath? No, might just need to mine the other piece that you're standing on. Okay. Let's get that dirt picked up over there before it's gone forever. And looks like we can put in these clay walls here that we wanted to. Okay, once we get that clay put in, we'll be able to put those animals back where they belong. Let's just take a moment. We can construct some of that. And let's also take a look. We're running a little bit low on food. We have meals. We don't have raw food really. Let's pause this. Let's take a moment, look at our domestic animals, and let's see what we can cull here to get us some food. We also have one bear. Doesn't look like we have the other bear on the map anymore. Not sure if they died or if they left. It's too bad. Maybe next time we get a young bear on the map, we'll be lucky enough to get it tamed. Sad that we missed out on that, unfortunately. Okay, let's add some animals here to be culled. Okay, a little bit of everything. Okay, looks like that dirt has been picked up here. Let's get Oswald to mine this away, and this might be the moment we were all waiting for. Get out of there, Oswald. Start mining that away. Looks like the water is flowing the way we wanted it to. Doesn't look like it's flooding this area, which is great. We're just filling up the moat. Alright, looks good. Let's just follow this along for a moment. Perfect. This is what we wanted. We wanted our bridge to be a whole layer above the water. That way no one can just swim up to the edge here and get in and out. No one can just jump into the water from here because they're not on the same level as it. If they want to get to this water, they'll have to go where, what was it, Oswald was digging. Alright. Is that Johanna or Johanna? Looks like we have a new settler. We'll have to take care of them after we're done watching this water flow. Now, once this water is done flowing, I do want to take a look at the kitchen. You can tell here we don't have any barley. And I'm a little bit worried that all the barley we have is going to go straight into alcohol production. So let's take a look at the kitchen, and let's take a look at our booze production. Alright. Water stopped. It's falling here, which is what we wanted. No flooding. Other side looks good too. Let's get this piece mined away here. Make it look a lot nicer. And we got our moat. Congratulations, settlers of Treelaw. You're now more properly defended. It's a little hard to see with the snow, but we got our water. We'll come back later when it's not a cold snap. We'll see if we can take care of that. Okay. Slow this down a little bit. This is supposed to be just for goats. Let's get these other animals out of here. And this one is supposed to be just for the ass. Let's get everything else taken out. Okay, let's wait a bit. We gotta let our animals get put into the right homes here. But what we can do, move some of these around. Actually, before we put this in, let's go ahead and stylize these pieces. Okay, we'll put in the stairs here shortly. Okay, it'll take a little while for all those animals to be put in the proper place. Let's go ahead and start putting the walls up for the second floor. Okay, increase that speed a little bit. Okay. Once some of these animals here in the center are put away, we'll go ahead and take these apart on the corners here. Then we'll put the wolves away. While our people are doing that, let's go take a look at our schedule. We did have one prisoner join us recently. Let's take a look if there's more. Okay, there's the one. Let's take a look. Not night shift. Okay, let's go manage you. Be an archer. Medicine too low for self-tending. Okay, no shields. Cap. Winter gear. Light armor since you're an archer. And meals like everyone else. We did your schedule. Let's just double check. We did not. Let's copy you. Put your schedule in there. And let's go to jobs. Okay, you want to urgently haul. You know what? We can set that a little bit lower. You don't need to urgently haul. Same with you. Let's just turn that down. You know what? Probably going to have you doing smithing. You know, tailoring, alchemy, maybe. No research. Artist, turn that low. Okay. You know what? We'll have you smith first. Really eager for these. Let's turn these on number 2. We'll set alchemy to number 1 as well. You know what? We'll have cooking and crafting set to 2. Mining and construction set to 4. And 5 for construction. Actually, you know what? Yeah, mining can be 4. Okay. I think that's set up pretty well for you. Most of these animals looks like they've been put away. There's still a few here. It's okay. Start working, putting this in for the back end of the barn. Let's get that hauled out. And let's go take a look at our inner pit here. Did add a little bit of dirt here recently. Let's add some more. Okay. Who's suffering from the cold? Winter clothes, you're wearing a hood. Leave that alone for now. Alright. We got some nicer weather. With that nicer weather, I want to take a moment, see if we can get a nicer picture here. still a work in progress. Keep is still in progress. We're working on the barn. But we have water now. Our moat is filled. Okay. Looks like we can put these posts in here. And you know what? This needs to be put in here as well. This is going to support the floor we're putting in. You know what? I don't think we actually need these top pieces. Not here. The roof isn't supported in the middle. It's supported, well, it's supported in this middle, and then it's supported on the outside wall, so we don't need to put that in there. Okay. Looks like we can fix this pen. This one is going to be just for the wolves. This one just for the sheep. Okay. This one's for the goats. Okay. This one is just for the ass. Okay. This is just chickens. Okay. This one is still mixed in here. But we want to take the wolf off. Isabel, I'm just going to get you to construct this one real quick. Okay, now that that is put in, we can set this to be no cattle, no wolf. You know, we'll take the pheasants, the mallard, and the water vole out here. If anything, those can go in with the chicken. Okay, no bear, no water vole. This is just cattle, nothing else. Okay, just cattle. Okay, perfect. Now we don't have to worry about any animals going to the next floor except for the bear that will be living in this main area. Alright. Let's roll up to this floor here, and let's start putting in this clay. Alright. It will be a little while before that gets put in. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roof pieces that we can assign. Okay. Once that's put in place, we'll be able to move all of these resources that have been in our courtyard for many, many years out of the way. And I'll be able to move these two little roofed areas over here. And we'll be able to have kind of like a little bit of a garden here outside of the keep. My plan is to put some berry bushes here. See if we can harvest a little bit here. Hopefully this will help us get through the winter. Let's go take a look in the pit. See if we can add some more filling here. Let's take a look. This is all dirt. Okay, let's go take a look where our moat started, see if we can get some more of this little dirt, this little squiggly line here taken out. Okay, let's take a look in our workshops here. Let's go down these layers. We did manage to move this. Let's relocate this. Or you know what? The plan here, we do want to move this, so we didn't actually move that yet. I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. Now the plan is to move this over here. Once that's moved, we'll be able to move this over here, and then we should have enough space to put 2 of these in here. So we're going to turn this around a little bit, 45 degrees. All right, let's increase that speed a little bit. Let's get this field maple chopped down. Not doing too great for wood supplies. Let's see if we can find some bonus trees here. Okay, we got a few, not too many. Got a few. Let's get those chopped down. Settlers are suffering. Let's take a look at our prisoners. We got 1 prisoner being recruited right now, 83%. Looks like we can add another 1 or 2. You know, you got an art skill that's really high. Let's get you added to the recruiting. And let's take a look inside the keep. Just want to see how many people we have right now. See if we hold an event. 61. That is everybody. Alright, looks like we got a fair bit of that floor put in. You can see our bear is already trying to walk around here. Cold snap has ended. Great. It's going to be a little while before this is done, unfortunately. Alright, let's go take a look at our production rooms. We managed to get this moved around a little bit. Looks like someone is working on that right now. Great timing on our behalf. Let's get that moved around. Okay. I'm going to copy this cube because I'm going to need this later on, I believe. Let's go ahead and get this moved. I don't want to move you over there. Just want to move you out of the way for now. Alright. Looks like we're going to have to relocate you outside for now. Just put you here for now. Once you are moved around, we'll have the space inside freed up. We can put you back in. I'm not going to stylize the whole area, just this little area right next to the stairs here will make it look a little bit nicer. Alright, roof's coming together. Little squigglies disappearing. Alright, looks like the soil's being filled in a little bit in here as well. Let's go assign some more soil. Looks like we are running low on dirt now. So low we don't have any dirt. Okay, let's go back to the northeast. We've been mining away a lot of dirt here before. Let's go mine away some more. Alright, should be a good amount. Let's go ahead and take the barley off of our food production here. Running low on barley because we've been using it pretty much to make food and booze, but now that it's winter, we're not able to plant it. Pretty much ran out of barley, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and take this off of the meals. Take it off of the packaged meals. And we need to pause our booze production that includes barley right now. I don't know if the one in the basement needs barley. I don't think it does. Okay. And another thing I noticed, unfortunately, right now in the winter, it's really cold down here where I've been putting all this fermented items, and it takes so long. I mean, this one's been here for a while, but with how cold it is, it takes so long for that to ferment. Thinking I need a few degrees warmer, I might just put them in this room here. Make a little warmer fermenting room. Because another thing I realized is we don't have any vinegar, really. And without vinegar, we're not able to pretty much make any of these, where are you, pickled vegetables. You know what, let's add the salt here so we can get rid of this large salt surplus we have. But we definitely don't have vinegar. We have all this storage space for vinegar, but we don't actually have any. Need to start putting some fermented drinks in a little bit warmer room. See if we can make this very high. We'll take a look at that in the future. Okay. Looks like the barn roof has been put in. Let's go ahead, stylize that to the brick. Match the outside. let's take a peek in here. Still under construction. We'll have to wait a little bit. Once that is done, we'll assign all of this to be put in there. This is still being filled. We'll visit that in a little bit. Let's keep working on this squiggly. Let's take a look. How much dirt did we get picked up here? Still got quite a lot. Let's add that. See what other dirt we have that we can mine away nearby. Alright, we'll get that mined away. Add that to our stockpile. Okay, let's stylize these pieces here. Now the way down looks a little bit nicer. Okay, we also want to start moving these things in. Let's go ahead, copy this. Now, right now, let's just turn the clay bricks off and the limestone bricks off. We'll make this just for the ingots. Take clay, limestone off here, silver, gold, and iron as well. And let's have this set as very high. Dear mod, you are hauling to stockpile. You know what? I'll let you do the work you're doing. I'm gonna wait. I wanted to add some more wardrobes here to this next room above, but I'm gonna let them work on this barn. Barn's a little bit more important right now. You can see our animals are moving some of the ingots in here already. It's great. It'll be a little while before that's done. Okay. More work here in the hole. Raw food is getting a little bit low again. Let's go take a look at our domestic animals here. Let's see if we have some more that we can cull. Let's get rid of another female wolf. This one's a little bit older. Sheep here. Sheep there. Got a decent amount of goats. Let's get rid of some female goats here. Maybe those two. Let's go down this list. Chickens, a little bit low. Let's leave that alone. Cattle. Let's get rid of this. And maybe this ass here we'll get rid of. Or you know what? This one's a little bit older. Let's get rid of that one. Okay. Hopefully that'll get us through. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and unclick all of these manufactured ingots. Let's Just want to double check we got all of these set up here. We got 4 of them. Okay. And let's go in here and also uncheck silver, gold, and iron. And maybe for this side here, let's just leave this for just clay. Get everything else checked off. Let's just have this little bit for clay here. I know we have a lot more clay, but let's just set that for now. And see if we can clean up this space a little bit. Let's set this to very high as well. Dirt looking a little bit low. Looks like we have to go mine away some more dirt. Okay. Looks like we have more space. A lot more space on the inside here. Let's expand this. Okay, while our people are working on all of that, looks like our workshop inside has been moved around a little bit. Alright, looks like we can paste in all of that we had earlier. So now we can copy this. Let's rotate this, put that in here. And let's see. Deer mod. Oh, someone's already working on it. Perfect. Let's have this one relocated inside. Okay, we'll make sure we have some production set up for that. This is nice. We'll have a little bit more space inside. Okay. Looks like the rest of this has been built. Now we can fill this completely. Okay. This should be more than enough for all of this that we have sitting here in the courtyard. Let's go ahead and start shrinking this. Let's just get this picked up urgently. Okay. And since it looks like we're done building that, we can start making a little bit of a border here on our moat. Make sure no trees are growing right here on this piece. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll assign that for now. We'll assign this later on, maybe after winter. Got plenty for our people to do right now. Got a lot of things to move around. Fill in a fair amount of dirt here still. Looks like we can start putting in a little bit more clay here. Let's get those assigned. Alright, let's take a peek in here. Looks like this is put in. Let's go ahead, paste that, and we can take this one apart. Or you know what? Looks like we are relocating this one on the inside. Let's go ahead and put that in. You know what? Let's just move that over here for now. That's where that ends. Okay, let's just put it on that for now. Move it over here. Get rid of these. The raw stuff. Where can we leave the raw stuff? You know what? Maybe we'll leave a little pile outside for now. Next to this dirt here. Just make this clay. And you know what? Let's make this the highest for clay. Should have a large clay spot there. Alright, looks good. We don't have too much dirt on the stack right now. Let's see. Is there dirt lying around here? There is. Okay. Perfect. We got dirt ready. Alright. Now, besides putting in this dirt here and working on our temple, I did mention that I had a plan to get some siege towers kind of put in on top of this. So I have a little bit of a plan. I'm hoping this looks okay. Okay. So idea is you can just keep climbing the ladder to get on top here. And this will be where we keep our siege weapons. Might put some fires under here. Something like that. And we'll put our siege weapons up top. They'll be able to shoot over the merlins here without damaging them. I'm not going to put any merlins up top here. You know what, we don't want this for raw clay. Let's set this up for manufactured limestone brick. We'll put that there. Get rid of this. This is filling up pretty fast, I want to say. Looks like more than half is filled already, but it's nice that it's no longer here. We can start working on getting this mined out, get rid of all this rocky soil that we see in here. Okay, let's revisit that in a moment. Let's take a look here. Still a lot of clay to be put in on the outside. Okay. How's the dirt going here? Filling in nicely? Okay. Still work in progress here. Let's turn this around. Alright, making good progress here. That little squiggle. This looks more natural now, the water coming out. Not perfectly natural. Maybe I'll have this go out this way a little bit here. Maybe we'll mine this piece out. We'll see. Might not look like it works, but what matters is we have a moat in place. Alright, making good progress clearing this out. There's still a lot of bricks here. Let's expand this out just a little bit. Looks like we're going to need more room for these bricks. Got a lot of bricks here. Let's get that cleaned up. You're suffering because you're wearing summer clothes, Holden. Okay. Inside has been moved around a little bit. That's good. Get that dung cleaned up in there. A little bit low on dirt. You know what? We don't need this mined away. We just need dirt. Where do we have dirt? We have dirt here. Doesn't look like this is dirt. A little bit of dirt here. Okay, while our people build that, we got a few minutes left before we do the recap and the planning. Let's take a look, see if we can install anything that's in our basement here. ballista. Can we put a ballista on the tower? Is the tower done? Not yet. Haven't even started working on that. Okay. Get some of these statues moved out of here. Fortunately, these are flimsy or sturdy. Looks like we're probably going to have to put some more statues into production. Let's go take a look at our table. Let's set this just to 2000. Looks like we've been using all of the raw limestone we have, unfortunately. Just set all of that to be urgently hauled. Wonder how these animals are going to get out of this water here. Can they float down and jump down here? Or are they just going to be floating in my moat and sleeping in here? Looks like we have one deer that was in here. Yeah, looks good. We put in next little piece here. We still have a little bit to mine out here. I can see some pockets of rocky soil. Okay, we'll get back to that on the next episode. I think that's enough for now. Let's roll up everything. Let's look at these trees, look at the roofs. Time for the recap. Welcome to Recap and Planning. Today we unleashed the moat. We mined away the little bit we had prepared here, and thankfully we didn't flood the map. The water flowed the way we wanted it to. It went downhill here and added to this little bit of a waterfall, and then the rest thankfully went out to our moat that we had dug out. Filled all of this going clockwise all the way around our base, and thankfully exit waterfall here. Alright, besides the moat, we also expanded our barn. Thankfully, we have a good amount of storage in here now. And as we roll down the layers, you can see here all of our ingots pretty much fitting nicely in there. Now that's not going to be enough storage forever, but you know, we're not really mining that much more metal. We're going to be smelting a lot of items away. Hopefully that's enough to fit it in there. We started renovating our courtyard here as well. Plan is next episode we're going to move these little workstation roof areas over to this side. It's a little bit wider here than it is here. And on this side, what we're going to do is we're going to put in some berry bushes. Have a little bit more food available. Berry bushes mainly because we want that for our alcohol production. We're also working on filling in this area here full of dirt. Pretty much mined away all the clay that we had down here. We'll be taking a little bit of a look as we fill it in. We do need to mine away a considerable amount of dirt still to get this filled in, but once this is filled in, we'll start putting in our temple, and then once the temple's in, we'll start moving all of these apple trees kind of around here. We'll have a little bit of an orchard put in. We'll be able to take this down. Pretty much this area here will be an orchard, more or less. Expanded our farm a little bit, worried about our food. We got over 60 people now. We had someone join us. We do have rooms ready for them. We have a little bit more here that we're working on for the next layer. Might start that next episode, but we've also started putting in a little bit of a clay border here around our moat. I don't want any trees growing right on the edge here. Probably have to take this down. But you know what, we'll leave this for now. Maybe we'll reposition it somewhere. We also started doing a little bit of work here to make this more of a siege tower. Unfortunately, our people haven't gotten to it. You can take a look here. This is our plan for it. We'll be putting some siege weapons on top. I'm excited for when that is done. It'll make these corners more useful for siege equipment. If you were here for the last siege, you know that I broke a few of these pieces myself shooting with our siege weapons. We almost hit our own people, our own archers that were standing here on the edge, so thankfully that's not going to be a problem in the future. Looking forward to having that put together. Base is looking more and more proper as we get along, getting close to part 100. Anyway, I want to thank you again for stopping by and supporting the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, have a great one, everyone.